Hello, hello, everybody. I'm Michelle Sandler, Michelle Creative and Searchie Success. And today I'm so excited to have Vivian Doan with Scolio Fitness. And she is going to share with us her beautiful hub, her beautiful Searchie hub that she got going. Um, Interestingly enough, this is the first time I think of out of a desire to get some of her material off of Facebook. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about who you are, who you serve, and what you do, Vivian.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle, for having me on here. So my name's Vivian. I'm the creator of a methodology called Scolio Fitness. So I help those of us with scoliosis to rebuild strength and confidence in our bodies just through exercise, nutrition, and mindset practices so that you're not just physically fit, but then also emotionally and mentally fit.
Mm-hmm. And how did you come about that work and get into this whole field?
Yeah, so I was my avatar, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I have scoliosis and
Mm-hmm.
I was always like searching for different ways to treat my scoliosis or kind of
Mm-hmm.
just finding different solutions to it, right? So, and I just realized like the more I was searching, then I just kind of got more lost and confused, and there just wasn't much information out there.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went and got a education in physical therapy, and I have always been in fitness. So my program bridges the gap between physical therapy and fitness so
Mm-hmm.
that people feel safe to move and kind of gain that trust in their body again. So it's kind of just helping people go from being a scolio seeker, just like looking for things to do and getting really confused and kind of overwhelmed, to being scolio fit and kind of having really understanding their bodies.
Awesome, love it.
Mhm.
So how did you come to know about Searchie and use Searchie as something that you're using in your business? Tell us a little bit about that.
So just like you found Searchie through Stu, which who
Mm-hmm.
Stu is amazing, and
Mm-hmm.
joined Tribe last year. And I just, with the pandemic and everything, I think just kind of shifted a lot of businesses, especially online businesses, where I found that people needed more of a community and kind of like that accountability. And because we weren't seeing each other face to face, then it kind of helped to have just something, just you're always present. And I think that's what I really was drawn to Stu because of that. So I felt like he was my best friend, my business buddy, kind of always with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what I wanted to create for my community. So then I launched my membership the end of a summer of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And most of mine, just because like what Stu encourages us to do is just kind of take action and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
go out with it. So a lot of what I do is actually just Facebook Lives.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have the Facebook Lives, I have tons of video content that is all housed on Facebook and filmed there. So
Mm-hmm.
Searchie was super just appealing to me just because of the link from Facebook to Searchie without needing to download and then re-upload and spend all that
Mm-hmm.
time to do it over
Mm-hmm.
and over
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. For so many people, that concept is really daunting. Like, oh my gosh, I've got all this content on Facebook. And also the idea that at any moment, Facebook could shut down your group or your page or whatever, and then it's all gone, right?
Yeah.
So there becomes a sense of urgency once you find out that idea, the sense of urgency that let's get that content somewhere. And Searchy, with a click of a button, that can happen,
Mhm.
right? It just whoop, it can go straight into Searchy, and then it's all there. And then you just got to figure out how you want, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to, put it into a playlist and get it on your website, or do you want to create a hub out of it, or what do you want to do with it, right?
Mhm.
So you decided to create a hub, right?
Yeah. And also just on Facebook, once you get over a certain amount of videos or anything too, it gets really crazy, right? And
Right.
it's really confusing. So if you have a lot of people in your Facebook group or a lot of content in your Facebook group, if someone's commenting on something from like 2 months ago, that jumps to the top. But then my members were my members were starting to feel a little lost. Like they were like, wait, what happened to the video we did last week? I can't find it.
Yes.
Um, so
So
Searchy.
that user experience, right,
Mhm.
is so important. Like trying to find content and trying to navigate through the content, right? Yes, and we talk about that all the time. That user experience is key.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so your users actually moving through your content and feeling really good about their experience with you and with your business is really really key and important. So, okay, that's great too. Facebook can only do so much, right? It's an awesome platform, but it can only do so much. So, all right, well, without further ado, let's show us around and show us your hub. I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to interview Vivian. Please, I'll do an interview.
I know, I was really excited to share it with my members. So I'm gonna...
So tell us, are they loving it?
Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm getting a lot of feedback right now just of people just being able to just use the search bar, which is what my like favorite part of it, right? So just kind of basically just now they just like, I have a comment in my Facebook group that someone said, I remember the session that we did focusing on our feet. And so I literally just went to the search bar, put feet in, and then it just like 3 seconds later, bam, I found it. Okay. So it's really nice to kind of get that feedback from everyone. And then also just knowing that now they can, there's not another barrier for them to go through the material that I'm presenting to them.
Great.
Yeah. So this is where just kind of I have just kind of like a basic page right now, and that I'm going to continue to upgrade. So if anyone is just kind of waiting to like, oh, I have all this information, I need to wait to get it before I start, don't, just get it up there. And then you can keep adding to it. You can keep changing it. And the cool thing that I love about Searchie also is it just updates instantly. So you can kind of see if it looks good. If not, you can change it right away. And then just kind of go back and revisit as needed. But just get it up because your members are going to love it.
Right. So. And they give you feedback. I mean, whether they give it to you verbally or whether they give it to you by what they're watching and not watching, you know, they're giving you the feedback. So then you can make changes accordingly.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what it definitely makes a difference. So this is just kind of like the main hub. And because most of our information is on Facebook, then I do have the link that they can join Facebook Live.
Yeah, great.
So people go there. And then in my Facebook group, so I kind of try to mirror my Facebook group to my Searchie, so that's easy for my members. So in my Facebook group, I have guides for each section that we work on. So then that corresponds to each of these as well.
Great.
So great. You can click on this. And then so if you go into the section, then you would have the option to go through and scroll to find things there, or if you click on it, you'll get to this full playlist. And then the most current ones will be at the top, and then you can kind of go down and find it. So I just kept the thumbnails pretty straightforward and simple, so people know exactly what they need to find.
That's what I always tell people to do. Don't overcomplicate, because it makes it so easy for your people to navigate. The more complicated your thumbnails are, the harder it is for your people to read. So I love it. I think it's awesome. Way to go.
And then, of course, you can always go back to the homepage here, or I also have on my hamburger bar, just so everyone can just go straight through. So if they wanted to just go into the next section, it would be kind of the same thing. So they can access the full playlist from clicking here, scrolling over, or I just have it here as well. So so keep it pretty straightforward at the moment. And then as you scroll down a little bit more, I have a weekly calendar that I send them. So I just kind of give them an idea of what is coming up each week, but then they also get an email just more with like their exact calendar, but just as like a placeholder so they know what's happening.
Is that like are you linking to a PDF, or is that just it right there?
This is just it right now, but I'm going to, before I reopen doors to the membership again, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more and finesse the page so then I can tag people, because right now I have my members who have been kind of veterans right now, so they know all this stuff. But I'm gonna make it more user-friendly for the new group, so then they have specific calendars for their different levels when they come in. And then just kind of information about the Facebook page again, just so they can come in, just so they know about the live. Great. And then I have a Telegram for my members as well. So then I just have also a link to the Telegram if they want to just check for their Scully snack reminders throughout the day.
Okay. I always say to people, there's like always a first, and that's the first. Nobody's ever showed us a link to Telegram before. So that's really cool. That's very fun.
So yeah, so it's pretty
Do your members really, do your members enjoy that application and connecting with you that way too?
Yeah, they like to have it, but I don't think it's necessary per se. So at first, everyone was really enthusiastic about it. But then I think once they've already gotten into the pattern of checking the Facebook group and everything, that they don't necessarily need it.
Okay.
But it's just another, I like to do it just as accountability throughout the week. And
Mhm.
similar to how Stu uses it, I just like to be able to use it for polls.
Yeah.
So then I kind of check in and just make sure they're doing certain things, or they're drinking their water, they're getting up out of their seat and doing
Mhm.
their stretches to keep their back strong.
Mhm. 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 Okay, great. So what do you think your people have loved most about it so far? What have they commented most about?
I think they're loving the ease of finding everything.
Mhm.
So because right now I think I have close to 100 videos that are
Mhm.
on my page, and they've
Mhm.
all linked directly from Facebook, or they're from our monthly Zooms that I also will upload on
Mhm.
here. So they just like that they can find anything when they go back, when they want to go back to a session, or if they miss
Yeah,
a session.
great. Great. So you already kind of gave advice, which is the next question I usually ask is what advice do you have for somebody who's new? But you already kind of gave it, which is just get going, right?
Let's get going for sure. And
Yeah.
keep it simple. Yeah, I think just for me, I was overcomplicating things at first, and it took me a really long time to get started. But then
Mhm.
I think just once you get into the flow of it, and it's all about just kind of trial and error,
Mhm.
and kind of seeing, like, some of my thumbnails look different than the other ones, but I kind of just left it. But it was just kind of like, it's okay, like I can fix those later.
I don't see that they look any different. I think they look awesome, but I don't know any different. So it's like saying the opposite on your face. I can't see it. They all look great to me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you have coming up that you want to tell our audience about? Anything special going on in your business you want to tell us about?
So I'm going to reopen doors to my membership.
Mhm.
So Scoliosis Awareness Month is in June. So I'm going to be opening doors in June so that the new members kind of start again in July. And before I do that, I'm going to be kind of finessing again my Searchie page a little bit more, because this is a major upgrade to the membership
Mhm.
that everyone loves. So then I can be able to just kind of, when I open the doors, the new members can come in and feel confident here as well as in the Facebook group. So
Great.
I'm excited
Very,
about
very
that.
good. So how can people reach out to you if they're interested in your membership? What's the best way to reach you?
So I'm on Facebook at Scolio Fitness,
Mhm.
um, but I'm actually more active on Instagram as well. So you can always find me at Scolio Fitness on Instagram, or at Day with Viv. So DayWithViv.
Mhm.
And so for Scolio Fitness, a lot of it is, it's not just the exercises for scoliosis, it's also nutrition and mindset practices. It's just kind of treating us as a whole, right? Because
Mhm.
it's not just your back, like everything is connected.
Right.
So it's the whole healing from the inside out. So a lot
Mhm.
of what I work on, so as you see here, I also have like lifestyle,
Right.
nutrition,
Mhm.
specialized training, pain relief, but
Yep.
mindset, meditation, just kind of a lot of different pieces. So on my Instagram, I share a lot more there.
Mhm.
I also have a free stretching guide for anyone who has scoliosis, or in general, that's going to be helpful for anyone with any just kind of wanting more elongation in your back, which is pretty much all of us because we're sitting at our desks all day. So if
Yeah.
you that, you can always send me a message as well.
Great. Awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. So anything in closing? Any remarks you want to make as we head out?
Just wanted to say thank you to you for
Oh my
doing
gosh.
this for everyone. I think this is going to be a game changer. I mean, Search is going to be a game changer for, I think, for so many people's businesses.
Mhm.
Um, but it's not just everyone's business, but I think it's going to help the members so much. And I think that's
Mhm.
the biggest piece of wanting to get it out. It's nothing, there's not a hurdle in their way of getting the content, of learning what they come for. So I think it's going to make a huge difference for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. I love how focused it is on the users and the user experience. And
Hmm.
I think it's at the forefront of everything Searchie does, and everything they ask, when you first get started in Searchie, they're like user, 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 and I think that's what I love about it. It's all the users who come into it are like, wow, it's just so different. And they think it really is a game changer. And then it, of course, for us business users, then we look great. So then they're like, yes, awesome, So I agree with you. So great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us and showing us around your awesome hub. And we wish you all the best with your membership launch and everything with your business going forward. And we really appreciate your time. And everybody out there, take Vivian's advice. Just get going. You can change things and modify as you move forward. Just get things going and share with us your Searchie success. I love interviewing you. I love hearing about all the exciting things you're doing. So please give me a DM. Tell me you want to interview with me so we can share with the world all the cool things that you're doing with your Searchie, because we all want to learn and grow from each other and help each other grow our businesses and make the world a better place with it all. So thanks again, Vivian. It was great to have you, and everyone have a great day. Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye.